Hello and welcome back to Amnesia, Machine for Pigs. In the previous episode we managed to get the machine started up and learned some rather startling revelations about Mandus. What he'd done previously after coming back from his trip to Mexico. It appears that he's murdered his children, the very children he's been seeking. So he's left with a kind of a moral quandary. So let's continue the game and see where it takes us. Hopefully I won't have that problem with the audio-visual desync this time around. I've cleared all the folders, so everything should work fine, but you never know. I'll want to make a few periodic checks to make sure the game's working fine.
And, emerging, I raised my head to an uncaring sun, and I cursed this world of pain and despair. This civilization built on the ricketed bones of the unfortunate, on the greed and swell of mammon and empire. Cradling a stone egg in my jacket, I kissed my children farewell, and I crawled my way home.
Hello children. I need to be replaced by a pig mask. What could that mean? And a note. More pig masks. Must be buy one get one free at the pig mask shop. Can a man construct himself anew? Can a man, now on realizing who he is and what he's become, tear himself apart down to the bricks and begin again? Are our souls just this? Tiny cogwheels and clockwork, and intricate machines to serve a function that upon reflection we might set to a new task? Can a man, defined by his actions, defined by what he now finds abhorrent, set to sabotaging his body, his machine, until those children of his soul turn into new motion, and he may wake to a new sun, a new year, a new century, with hope in his heart? As I reach my hands to expose wires, I ask myself this: is redemption possible for such a creature as I? And if not, then surely better to die amongst my creations than to continue to live as a monster. I think, Mandus, you're starting to realise what you've become. It's been a little bit jittery. Oh, hello. Journal. Remember the right key now. That one. Yeah. Probably can't read it when I'm up here on the ladder or something. Probably. Oh yeah. Sorted it now. Yeah, wrong one. Betrayed. So it is done. The saboteur was me, and the voice on the telephone was him. But what of us? How do we connect? Surely I cannot be responsible for all I see around me, about me. I cannot remember. All I can grasp is the moment where the world split into two pieces, and the innards of humanity fell from an orifice torn a grape in my open, bifurcated heart. Doing a let's play episode when you come back from the pub is never a good idea.
Where are they? Where are my children?
Glad you asked, Mandus. You know the answer well enough.
Sounds good. Sabotage. August the 31st, 1899. Children really are the most wonderful, useful creatures. The unfortunates from the orphanage have proven indispensable in cleaning the larger steam pints. It appears that matter from the slaughtering process may indeed vaporize at source, but drifts like dust through the air and lodges in the pipes, causing them to foul. Periodically we shut the pressure down and send one of our pixies into the pipe to scrub the reconstituted fat away. Armed with just a shortened broom, our little explorers ventured into the dark. Of course, we can only keep pressure down for a short period, so they must be fast, or they risk being trapped and boiled alive by the superheaters when they rush back into the system. Then we'd be sending the comrades in afterwards to scrape the cooling mess. The survivors tell me you can reach all manner of places within the complex through the pipes. I smile, tell them I'm proud, and then feed them to the pigs. Oh, what a charming man you are. I tell you, Mandus.
What are you doing, little piggy? Do you think I will allow you to sabotage me again?
I want my children, you unholy bastard!
Warning, steam vent access only at low pressure. Well, guess this is now. Ooh, Teddy!
Will it hurt them?
A cleansing fire always burns, little Mandus, but it purifies and it makes anew. Did it hurt to carve out the fevered flesh? Did it hurt to cut free the gangrenous foot? Ask instead this. Can we save them?
When did I say that? That is not me. That is not me!
Bright light! Picky. Careful. I remember this bit. This bit terrified me the first time around. There is a spoon of medicine, I says, and it's a silver spoon. What you did get born holding. Ever so painful for Mummy dear, but grasped so hard it was in a little screaming red fist. Later you used your spoon to dig a hole in the garden to get all the way to Mexico. And then you did eat worms with your spoon, on the way to save fat. The spoon was the same that you gave your twins, and you used it to dig a hole in to the clockwork souls, and you ate up their hearts like soup on the way to keep you fat. Fat little mole. Where you dig next, I ask, you and your little silver spoon made from the silver spine of your children, wrapped in the hair of your dearly departed. Dear sweet Jesus, my darling Lilith, what am I become? A monster. Evil person. It seems the pressure system is indeed the Achilles heels of the facility. Something I clearly did not realise in my first clumsy attempt at sabotage. If I reboot the steam, I can wreak havoc. Yeah, the question is, who's going to let you? Imagine the piggies aren't going to take well for that. I found one. Here's another. Ensure conduits are correctly placed to avoid pressure backdrafts. Child fatalities in month 17. Quite a lot. Well, that's a lot if you don't care about child fatalities. Oh yes, I've had this bit. Piggy! big piggies. Hello? Hello? How are you doing? I'll leave you to twirl ineptly at the spot while I make my escape. Right, journal. Some form of steam regulator. I'll wager if I disable it, the damage caused by the rushing steam pressure could be catastrophic. Certainly enough to force a temporary stalling of the entire engine. That should cause the steam pressure to drop. Mandus, you clever old goat. I can feel this horror, this grief, this betrayal boil into fury. I will not stand. I will not be undertrodden. If this machine is my heirloom, I am the overman. Now quickly for the steam pipes before the pressure returns and they fill with boiling corrosive steam. I said to the machine, snarl itself about me. Its unholy, inhuman mind, coil and slick, send its dark tendrils through its conduits to repair the damage. I will return to the streets. I will fetch help. I shall lead the people upon the factory, burn it to the ground, and seal the evil place underground forever. First things first, let's get the hell out of here. Ow.
This is your doing, Mandus. This is what you dreamt into being.
I will stop you. I will save them.
You are too late. It begins. My work has begun. Kill them, my piggies! Kill them all!
Steam vents. All about me, the thunder of machinery, the blast of boiling steam. I cannot pass without fear of scalding. I am a lobster, cracked, my circulation stagnated, my vital motions impeded. The steam will boil my hole unless I can find a way to shut it off. Anything to save them. Your profit, my viscera. We make you escape forever. You slit the throat, bleed out the pig, and release into the curdle. Then you set your species free. Somehow I don't think this is going to work quite how Mandus plans. This left alone was like being in Portal. It's like a Victorian Portal Aperture Sciences. No soliciting, no hawking, no begging.
Oh God, no, what have I done?
Whole person.
Mandus, I know you are out here. I own this city. I am this city.
No! This is not what I meant! This is not what I meant at all!
Oh, no, no. October 25th, 1899. No, Mrs. Poor. Round up some orphans and the world will thank you for it. Disappear if a whore and a gentleman applaud you. Colour beggar and the lady walk safely again. I hate them. I hate them more than any others. This privilege, this pretension. These so-called leaders, the pillars of society, the rich and the fanciful, they wear their filth on the inside, but they're no less dirty. I have plans for them all. We will feed them, and we will feed from them. Getting rather dangerously sinister.
Redeem yourselves. Redemption is at hand. Enter the cleansing and set your souls free. When you are born into
Oh.
I will die as pigs. Only through my redemption can you ascend
Did you see that first time round?
and claim the heavens as your kingdom. Fall on your knees. Ashes, ashes, bones and ashes. For the pile will reach critical, and we can have such a burning that this city will shine as a beacon of redemption for the world!
Yeah, dude, you're quite mad, you know. London's burning, London's burning. God forgive me, what have I unleashed? I stand and smell the burning city. I see ash upon the wind. I hear the roars of the sickening beasts and the screams as they fall upon the city and drag its people below for slaughter. Now I begin to understand what the other composite ingredient of combat X must be. Also, I understand this. It is my responsibility now. I must find a way back to the heart of the machine and complete what I started. Poor woman. Bit heavy notes, this section. We've set aside an entire wing from the mansion for their parties. We invite them from near and far, and we guzzle them in with fine wine and the finest cuts from all London. My God, Mandus. But these chops are rather divine. Who is your butcher? Feed them up for the wine, and the grains will also lend a character to the product. Keep the flesh relaxed, opium in the champagne and gravy. A hog roast every night for the Duke and the Duchess, an actress batters and slice, an artisan in every mouthful, an importer of fine tea stewed in its own leaves. They bicker and breed under the table, by the fireplace, on the carpet, stained with wine and fat, whilst long dead nobles of deformed grace and cold stare watch them from gilded frames along the crooked walls. We will hose it down later as we shovel them into our machine. It's getting really fucked up now. Children, remember, silence and hard work are the roads to heaven. Or death, which in Victorian society pretty much meant the same thing. Another note. 23rd December 1899. I stand and look at myself in the mirror, penis in hand, and my reflection grins at me, and his mouth is full of the sulphur mustards. Vain fool, he sneers. Are you really so very different? Do you genuinely believe your works of evil are any greater than the rest of them? You are simply a weak man, a product of this age, the same as any other. This is the empire, cretin. This is the killing idiocy, the natural result of the social Darwinism. If you are evil, then this world is evil. You just let blood run in the street rather than hiding it in the poorhouse. You hold the blade and slide it home yourself. You do not pay a man to do this for you where you cannot see it. If you are evil, at least yours is an honest evil, and that alone makes you Übermensch. And thus I wash away the hands and take to bed. Wash my hands and take to bed. Ugh.
Do you hear me, Mandus? This is what you planned.
Ah yes, I remember that street. Oh shit. Sprint, Mandus, sprint. You big fat bugger. Ow, 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 ow. Out of my way, you big fat beefy porcine. Ah. Nah, 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 nah. Streets and alleys. There are many of these damnations, these beasts loose on the street, to all have come from my engine rooms. As I emerged, I encountered 3 of the damnable pneumatic lifts, which suggests the machine has been planning this for some time, smuggling routes to the surface all about this neighbourhood. If my bearings are correct, beyond this alley I should stand directly over the ignition rooms. And I'll wager that if I find a pneumatic there, it will carry me back to the machine's heart. Hopefully.
Beast! Creature! Where are my children? Where are my children?
You still wondering that? I think it's fairly obvious, mate. You kill them! Farming the world. I saw the detritus of the so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease. I saw rubbish floating in the harbour. We are ruinous, all of us, and we make the world unclean. That's what I said earlier when he's going through the bilge pumps. Over to an entry. Counterattack. I've returned, an angel of vengeance, a saboteur once more. I will find a way to stop this vast enterprise of slaughter. Enough destruction, open the heart before, confuse the machine, enough to spring its locks and secret doorways. I must cause it great shock, stab its eyes, poke hot wire in its ears, hammer it to its teeth, and push glass into every orifice. Then it will gasp, and in that gasp, I will scuttle into its throat, and stab its heart from the inside. Yeah. So I had a look at the recording. All's good. Thought I'd check. I've probably been recording for about half an hour, so I'm actually going to push forward to the end of the game now. It's only about not that far away, so why not? I reckon I can do it, and if I do, it's a little bit longer. I reckon it's only going to be about an hour and 10 minutes or so, and I think it's worth going for a longer set rather than having a short set and finish. There's a note down here. Right, arrow pointing the way. So this is the machine. Processing pigs or people, depending on how you want to look at it. Lots of locked doors. Yeah, no machine blades for Fatty Bishop and Gluttony Harris. Prime cuts, all for sorting bins. And the very best is always back into the dumbwaiter to the kitchens above, to be stewed and plumped and gravied, breadcrumbed and returned to the table for the next night's feast. And not every night, you see. Although we have begun to increase the frequency of the final act, unlike the poor, the rich will be missed, given time. But we continue to spoil and ready them. And our fine foods are now exported to mansions and lodges across London. And it has been noted, in the times of late, how rather overweight the great and the good are becoming, with their diets of fine wine and rich meat. Indeed, Punch just last week, a cartoon showed Viscount Selwyn as a stuffed pig laid upon a platter for his peers to dine upon. A vicious and cowardly slander, no doubt, but he tasted delicious. Yes. Okay. Whatever. Now when I first done this, I actually got stuck. But what you're supposed to do is very simple. Push button, receive door. Put glass to mouth, receive wine.
But will they be free?
Yes, my friend. Drained and bled and freed from the prison of the flesh. Free to ascend as smoke to the stars.
And the good? The worthy? How will we save them?
Show me these worthy, Mandus. Show me these good. I do not see them.
Well, that's a very pessimistic view of humanity. This is the trippery, or tripery. Tripery, I think. I see fluid. I keep thinking one water monster is going to pop out. Cogs. Coolant pumps. I sensed an opportunity in my first strike, impeding these cogs with a large enough object to jam the flow of coolant, causing a pressure build-up and will split the pipes and rupture the tanks. Okay. That I can think could be done better, like the hint system that Amnesia machine, a Dark Descent had. Oh, success! Something down there. Probably a note or something. Nope, nope, nothing. Wasted journey. Ooh. Get some coolant backlog. Definitely. There's actually two kinds of pig. There's a smaller pig called a wretch, and there's a bigger pig called an engineer. I think that's a wretch. Anyway, that's coolant, or fluid, and what you do is rather cruelly water, which kills the pig. I think you need to take it off. Do that, drop the water. And you drop down. Ow. Then you sabotage. Direct.
I know you, machine. I know what you fear. I will rain excrement into your very soul.
I think that's a wreck.
I will destroy you.
You are too late, Mandus. My great works are almost begun.
Cut that way. Where's the wrong turn? Let's try and think. Ah, yes. Try parade. The path to the Triperi. It's critically injured now. I'm sure of that. It jeers no more. I feel it shudder around me. A wounded animal pressed flat to the ground. I feel it's afraid of me, and I hate it all the more, as I hate myself for unleashing it. My head pounds with blood, my teeth vibrate. I retch and burn with fever. I am an angel of death, descending to smother the firstborn for the death of the two that came after.
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs, towards the red light of the nursery, sunset in the window like a bleeding sky, the horizon a slit throat, the seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent. This priesthood is mine.
Sorry to interrupt your meal, mate. I'll come back later.
I can meet him, your great engineer. How marvelous. I must say, Mr. Mandus, my excitement is almost unseemly.
Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor. I will be right behind you.
Mandus? Mandus, where the devil are you? I can't see a damn thing. Mandus! We are the pig, Professor. We are all the pig.
Ooh, lovely. It's a blood. Blood. That's a blood. What creepy children.
I climb in stillness now. Blue water runs in my veins, now I am clean. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this mill. I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
Ooh, lovely. Sea of blood. And hewn body parts. And somehow a lift amongst all this darkness. The veil lifts, the bride is waiting, and in that instance, cradling my children's heads in my palms, I knew I had to unbuild what I constructed. The machine was ever mine, and it fell to me to redeem it and myself.
Hear me, Mandus. My gears are adjust. My steam is built. Soon I will spill that blue water and split the egg, the atom, my soul, and there will be a very great burning that we might make the world clean. Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
Still think that was a mistake, by the way, Mandus. Sacrificing your children should never be a good thing. Not for a machine, not for anything. I haven't run for any goodies, any notes or any crap. vacuum eviscerators. In my dreams I walk with my children. I walk tunnels where no human has trod before, I am sure of that. It is just me and him now. Frost forms on my coat sleeves, and deathly still, and the freezing air tell me I am close. Vacuum eviscerators. More vacuum. Oh no. Trippery pre-grinding. Trippery pre-grinding. Trippery pre-grinding. Vacuum eviscerators. Scalding hoses. Scalding hoses. The sausagery. Sausagery.
But why did you take my children?
I, Mandus. Of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned for a philosopher. And everything is lost.
That is our next adversary. Running into him a little bit. Let's see. Best way to describe him is an uber pig. Probably it's the most tensest and scariest part of the level of the game, I have to admit. Coming up shortly. Although, to be fair, it's nothing on Dark Descent's choir level. But still enough, it's enough to get the heart racing. Did the first time round anyway. Two switches to pull. Good luck to me. Shit, this is me. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Run away. Not into the wall. Ah, I got killed. Bollocks. It basically teleports in and out of reality. Right, that's gonna be the case, and run for it. Hope I haven't been killed. Do it, run! Made it. He vanishes once you turn both switches on. Whew. Actually not that far apart. But it's pretty tense, pretty scary. I think I died a couple of times first time around. It's not the only time you're going to face him, but that's a tense moment. Am I going the wrong way? No, I haven't. Mandus Processing Company, Electrogravity Suppression South Tower. Mandus descending amongst the spirits. I deny you. I am not your shutout. I will not be your operator, the monkey to your organ grinder. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes from the end, at the most.
Only to save you. Only to spare you. I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its loan. Oh, my children. My children. What have I done?
You murdered them.
What have I become?
Monster.
I will put it right, my darlings. All of my wrongs will be righted. All of my sins washed clean.
Oh, no.
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
20th December 1899. Memories, they surface like bloated bodies rising to the scum of the Thames. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother, little piglets squalling in their swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with a great love and a consuming hate I would never have imagined. At that point did my soul split. Creating him, was he the egg of my soul? The moment the great clock began to tick. Is the only path to redemption to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take that madman into my heart once more, and forgive him, and forgive myself as well? Maybe. Just maybe. This is it. Final kind of section of the game. Probably about 10 minutes. Journal. Mandus is alone. I search for instruction, for advice, the help in my goals, but in return the system mocks me. Simpleton, it says, you must find your own answers now.
Mandus, put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
You're talking about the 2 World Wars, just in case you didn't get that point. There we go. Texan pig, final time. Shit. Ow, 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 ow. Where is he? Ah, bollocks. Okay, let's try it again without running into him. That was dumb. I'm trying to overdo my quota for getting killed. Ow! I hate the fact you get hit. It just yeah. Ah, crap. Okay. I done this first time round last time. Now the game's just taking pity on me and let me go to the exit. Yeah, that's the game taking pity on me. I hate it when the game takes pity on me. It's being patronising. Anyway, this is the last section of the game once you've got past the big pig monster thingy. True to frictional games, basically what happens is you die too many times to a monster. What they do is they make the game a little easier by either spawning the monster later or not spawning the monster at all. There's about 3 of these things. 3? Or is that 4? 4.
I have you now, creature. I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness. Oh, God help me. I am lost in the dry paper soul of the world.
Enoch, Edwin, Oswald, and I.
Mandus, listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend. Mandus, please, I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives.
I don't think my life's painful, pointless, or stupid.
Mandus, stop. Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel, on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free. Stood knee-deep in mud and bone, and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen 2 brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws, and starved the masses into pain. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Mandus trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Mandus. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
Sounds like politicians.
Please, Mandus, no. For your children.
I lay there and watched the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. The church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
And that was Amnesia Machine for Pigs. Thank you very much for watching. If you really want to, I'll give my thoughts on the game itself at the end of the credits. Otherwise, until that point, feel free to enjoy. Thoughts on Amnesia Machine for Pigs? Well, Obviously, there's going to be some invariable comparison to Amnesia Dark Descent. After all, it's Amnesia. The games overall do a very good job of conveying psychological horror, rather more than Outlast, which is basically about blood, gore, and the usual kind of Western horror jump scares. Psychological horror is something that's not covered quite as much by Western horror, and covered rarely in a degree of success. And I think it's something that's lacking. We've been seriously lacking a kind of survival horror game which kind of adopts a kind of a Silent Hill approach to psychological horror, which serves to unsettle the player. The story in this game certainly does a very good job of unsettling the player. The problem with the story is basically the storytelling method. In Amnesia Dark Descent, it does it a much better way, in the sense that it's conveyed to the player not just so much by notes, but also by exposition, and also by little text scrolls, and also by how the story unfolds. Amnesia Mission for Pigs is all too much incessant with text. The amount of reading I've had to do in this game is noticeable even to me. All in all, as well, the other thing the game does not do very well is create a scary atmosphere. While the game is nerving and unsettling, certainly with the first time I played this, I was unsettled, I was unnerved, I had my nerves jangled on more than a few times, but I was never genuinely terrified. Dark Descent, even on the second playthrough, at times I felt genuinely shit scared, and it's not happened in this game before. Even on the second playthrough, while I appreciate the story is have to say miles better than Dark Descent's story and how it's portrayed. It's portrayed in such a very kind of clumsy, kind of text-based way. The publisher behind this is, or the developer behind this is the Chinese firm responsible for Dear Escher, which is an interactive story. And this whole kind of game feels like that. There's very limited interactivity, which is I think a detriment to this game. Whereas in Dark Descent, I could open every cupboard, every drawer, just feel like I can interact with the world to a certain extent. Far more so than here. And that interactivity really matters. That's what gameplay is all about. And the more immersed you are in a game, even if what you are able to interact with doesn't make any difference, still lends that kind of interactivity. Other factors as well, obviously the monsters, while the light flickers and you can't see them too well, sanity effects in the original Amnesia game do give the monsters a degree of mystique, and that mystique makes them more scary because you can't see them. The game is specifically designed in such a way that you can't actually see the monsters, where in this game, even with the light flickering like no one's business, you can still see the monsters, you can still get a sense of what they're like. And basically, it's pigs. I mean, pigs, bacon, ham. I mean, it's like my lunch. I can never get scared about something I have for lunch. It's something that was just intended to work. And also do feel that the game does take the whole kind of pigs and humans and pigs and cattle all right for the slaughter analogy to extremes. All in all, though, I have to say this game is not terrible. It's not a bad game. It's certainly well worth picking up. When it first came out, I think it was at 10, 12 quid. Even that for an indie game is still definitely worth getting. It's not going to be like the case of like a console game or something like a major release, which is about 40 quid. With disappointment, the less you pay, the less you feel you've invested financially, and not so much a big of a loss you made. All in all, it's not a bad game. It's got brilliant storytelling. It's creepy. It's unnerving. It tells a good story relatively well. It's over reliance on text, and it's lacking of adequate scares and interactivity are its weaknesses. All in all, I'll say about average. Not bad, not great. Anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for watching the Let's Play. I hope that this set hasn't run too long, but I felt that at the point in time it was well continuing rather than just ending it and doing it in two short parts. It's well worth to finish it all in one go. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the set, and I'll see you next time.